Dashers. I am back at Dasherville. Yes, I got in this afternoon from North Dakota. The beet harvest is done. Oh my Lord, this was the longest and most weird like beet harvest season ever. Kind of crazy, but I finally made it back. Our last shift was Friday. We ended around 4:30, 5 o'clock ish, and I went immediately to the freeway and started driving back to Texas. So yes, I am back. Got here this afternoon. PJ, how are you? Kathy, how are you doing? How do you? Hey, Mike. Hello, hello. Are you in a shed? No, this is Dasherville. This is a garage, a metal building. This is my home base here in Texas. So it's not built out. It's just a garage where I kind of like make the New York loft. No walls, no plumbing. I have electricity and internet, and that's about it. I use the Jolka Gotta Go as my main toilet, and yeah, I live out of the van. Hey, Brenda. Brenda's in the house. Hello, hello. Doing good. I think I have turned the corner for the better. Hoo hoo. Yay. No bills, and that is good. Hey, that's always a good feeling. Good feeling. The reason why I do the beet harvest is because for the short amount of time, you make some decent money. But this season, wow. Normally it lasts like, I want to see 3.5 weeks, um, which is usually, you have to do the 16 days. And again, it was 16 days of work. But we had 20 stay paydays, which was insane. Last year we only had 9. And so we were done in like 3 weeks. And so, yeah, it was really a long season. And it was due to rain. It wasn't, you'll have to excuse me, Bo's like having his little discussion. Uh, let's see what it says. No, I mean, you with no bills. Oh, me with no bills. Yeah, well, that's it. I don't have a mortgage. It's a, metal building. As you can see, I've insulated it with, I think there's 4 inches on the roof, 2.5 on the walls. So it's keeps it cool and keeps it warm when I need to. So it doesn't take much to cool it. I just have a regular AC, window AC, and during the Texas heat, and it's perfectly fine. And I have a little space heater for the house, and that keeps me warm during the winter. So I'm okay with it. Mine is for the better health wise, just taking the next week to see if it sticks. Oh, health is always up and down, especially with the changing of the seasons between fall and winter. I mean, it drops like you could be 80 degrees one day and 50 the next. I mean, it's that drastic. It's insane. And this is usually when I get colds and things like that. And my lips are still chapped from the beet harvest because we were down to 21 degrees with wind chill of 10. So it was like, it felt like 10 degrees. We were frozen, and trying to clean the pilers and put them to bed for the season is just, you have to scrape everything, and everything was rock hard. I mean, even the water, you had to drain the water container and it turned to ice. I was like, wow, insane. I would love staying in their garage. I mean, it's a garage. Right now, Fuzzy's outside because she needs to be clean, but she's normally parked right over there. I open her up and I use her sink, and I have an extra fridge, here. Like I said, I have electricity inside the building, so I don't really need plumbing yet. Um, Eventually down the line, if I want to build out, a bathroom and things like that. But I mean, I just extended van life into the garage, basically. I use my butane stove, my propane stove. I have the induction stove in fuzzy. So, I mean, I've got ways to cook. I've got ways to eat. Um, I've got a fridge. Excuse me. Pardon me. Wow. Um, the bathroom is Jolka gotta go. Composting toilet. So, there you go. Oh, this is something that the endocrinologist missed. Oh, Lord. Wow. Well, I pray that you have better health. And, as long as you turn the corner, that's always a good thing. It may be a fight, but trust me, you'll get through it. Just get to point A to B, but still live life. And you will be on the other side. No, I didn't finish the new hat. No, didn't finish it. We ended up working, we had 20 stay paydays. I mean, literally. What else am I going to do? Right. So I'm going to crochet, of course. Um, but uh, we worked Monday through Friday. We got there at 7 a.m. and we left at like 8:30 every night, except for Friday, which we ended up leaving at 4, I think 4:30. I think I clocked out 4:45. And that was my last shift. And then I immediately went to drive home here to Texas. It was a 20-hour trip, 19 and a half to 20-hour trip, direct. So, of course, it took me, I only drove about 6 or 7 hours that first night, and then I slept, and then I drove, oh boy, I think 14 hours. No, I drove another 10. I had 6 hours to drive this morning, and then I got here about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So, yeah, I got home at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, whoo wee, crazy. I know, thank you. Hey, I need all the help I can get. I'll take it. But yeah, it's beet harvest was good. Yeah, I called Express Employment, let them know I had been released and that I left the campground. And I mean, I didn't even go back to the campground. As soon as we were done, I went straight to the freeway. Yeah, and what? I went to Love's, which is close in Drayton, and it's right there at the exit. So filled up the gas, made sure everything was good. The tires I knew were already, pumped up, and did all my maintenance checks the night before. So if we did end early, I was just going to go straight, and I did. And as I was driving home, snowstorm happened. I'm like, oh my gosh, snowstorm, snow. I was like, I gotta get out of here. Gotta get out of here. Oh my Lord. I'm drinking veggies and fruit, spinach, kale, carrots, pineapple slices, and orange. My green or brown drink if I have the carrot in it. Ooh, sounds like a bolt of immune system. Brass tags. What was your take home? Well, see, I'm so far take home wise. Let's see, my first check was like 648 because we all had stay paydays. The second check ended up being like 2,500 or 2,600. My last check, which was last Friday, was 1,900, and I will get another check on the 24th, and they pay every other week. So, yeah. So take home wise, 2, 4, 5, probably about 6 or 7 thousand take home wise. And this year they actually did it right. Last year they took Minnesota tax out, so which I told them I was Texas, so I should be exempt from Minnesota tax because I'm a Texas resident. And so we did the paperwork right this year. So I didn't have state tax taken out because Texas doesn't have any state tax, um, which is fantastic. So I don't have to claim a non-resident form for Minnesota this year like I did last year. So yeah, but around 7 grand, I think, for the 7 weeks. So about $1,000 a week. But that was take home. That wasn't gross. Well, I carry my vitamin mixer with me to keep up on my greens and brown drink. Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Mike. I hate veggies, but I can get this down. I know, veggies aren't always my favorite, but I'm the same way. I like salads and, like chef salads and things like that. And I'll put, spinach in it and, because there's no vitamin nutrition in iceberg lettuce or anything like that. So, getting spinach or kale and using that as your greens with your protein in it. And so that's usually what I get. It's not bad. That Vitamixer works with the 1000 with my 1000-watt Jackery. Well, that's great. You got 1,000 watts. That's a lot. Yes, there is water, absolutely, but you should be drinking water anyway, straight up to get your water. So I look at it as a, vitamin content. I'd rather have the spinach and the kale versus the iceberg. But most chef salads only have iceberg in it. So I end up putting more and taking out the iceberg because usually what they do, if you buy a chef salad, they put all the good stuff, all the protein, the egg, and all that kind of stuff on the top, and then they just put a huge amount of iceberg. So what I do is I get a bowl and put all the protein in it and take out take out most of the iceberg, and then add my spinach and kale, and then put the protein back on. Or make it myself, one or the other. Yeah, it is my favorite, don't get me wrong. I love iceberg. Um, but if I'm not getting enough veggies, I will change out the iceberg for the spinach and kale, um, if I haven't been getting my veggies that much. Spam sandwich, oh yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, I've been making shisami, which is mo bang for your bucks, poor man sushi, which is spam, and you fry it, you kind of crispen it up in a frying pan with butter, and then you put sweet rice and use nori, which is seaweed, wrapping around it, and that's a poor man sushi that's called shusami. So I've been making that a lot though. So I've perfected it, that's for sure. And believe it or not, I hated spam. I only tried it once before, so Mike was able to get me going on spam. And especially like when I put it in an omelet, I'll fry it up and then I'll cut it up and then put it into an omelet. It actually is really good. Put that with some onions and some mushrooms. I'm good to go. Good to go. In your honor. Oh, you're having a spam sandwich right now? I have spam in the pantry. And that stuff will last forever. I looked at the expiration date. It was like 2.5 years later. I'm like, wow. What tastes, what do the wrap taste like? The green part. It's seaweed. It's actually dried seaweed. And it's kind of, if you take spinach, kind of smash it up and make it, paper thin and let it dry out, that's pretty much what it tastes like, honestly. It's seaweed. Um, and it's called nori, and you can get it in any of the Asian sections of any kind of grocery store. Nori's pretty popular. Um, it's just seaweed wrap, and it tastes like mashed up spinach, honestly. Hoagie sandwich queen. Yeah, yeah, hoagie sandwich. I love hoagie sandwich. And I've actually like I put the spam in there, put it in the hoagie, or I've actually taken large hamburger buns and made um like the spam sandwich on there. I'll put the spam on there and I'll put some cheese. I'll put some, and I'll melt it, like melt the cheese a little bit. Yeah, kind of it's so good. I've made wraps with it. So put cut up the fried up spam into strips and then made a wrap out of it. I've done that. Not sure if I would like it. Actually, it's not that bad. It's not as strong as spinach. It tastes like greens, but it's with you when you put the sweet rice with spam on it, it actually you really don't taste the seaweed. It's more or less to keep everything together. Yep, Costco has it. Yep. It's green. Green eggs and ham, spam and eggs is not bad. Yeah, eggs, spam and eggs, I'm telling you. And making an omelet out of it is actually really good. I'll melt pepper jack over it. Well, yeah, I could do that. Give it a little kick. But I also can put some hot sauce or some habanero sauce on it. Has a seaweed wrap in the spam. But the key is to get the sweet rice, not just jasmine rice or balsamic rice or just long grain rice. It's the sweet rice that you need because the sweet rice is a little bit more sticky, but it's also very sweet. It's just not plain rice. Plain rice and spam, you taste the spam. You don't really taste much of anything else. But the sweet rice gives it a little bit, it takes away the salt content of spam and helps to balance it out as well. And that's when you really don't taste the nori because of the sweet rice. Um, so definitely sweet rice is kind of like the key when you're doing shusami, but and using nori. I don't know if I ever had sweet rice, never heard of it. Is that another name for sticky rice? Yeah, it could be, but it will say sweet rice on it. It won't say sticky rice. It'll say sweet rice. Mochi, Japanese kind of dessert, or mochi is also you use it in miso soup sometime. It's usually a winter thing. I have a mochi maker and I have to use sweet rice for that because of the stickiness and because it just is nicer to have more content. Uh, it'll hold better than regular rice. Regular rice will fall apart. That's why sushi is long grain rice, but what they do is they put sushi vinegar on it, in it. That's why it tastes different than regular rice, because it's actually some rice vinegar in it. I have to look for it at the store. Yeah, they come usually in small little bags, so it shouldn't be too much. But you'll look for sweet rice. Just go to the Asian section of the supermarket. I think Walmart has it. I think I bought mine at Walmart. But you'll want sweet rice, more sticky. Add honey to the rice for us po folk. It's not the same. It's the consistency of the rice. Nice try, Mike. You can't do it that way. That's funny. You cracking me up, Mike. I swear. Um, but yeah, I made it home. Yay. I'm so glad to be home. I cannot wait to sleep tonight in my own bed. I mean, I love my van. Don't get me wrong. My van is a great little van, but the bed ain't that comfortable. I have to actually bring down the mattress from the pop top and put it down on the bottom half because it's very hard and I'm a side sleeper. So I use that, 2-inch foam that they have up on the pop top. And then I use the space where that, like I put my foldable racks up there, my shades are up there, things like that. I hide all those kind of things up in there that are flat. So it kind of works out that way, which is a good thing. But I have to take the mattress and I have to bring it down because it's just too kind of hard. So being able to sleep in my own bed tonight, I mean, I'm not going to lie, I took a nap. I was just so happy to be home in my own bed. Like, hello, whatever. I haven't been in Walmart in about 5 months. Someone near me, they had not safe. Oh, geez, that is sad. So I'm glad you made it home safely. Yeah, it was a long ride. And like I said, when I first started out coming home, it was snowing, like full bore snowing. And I thought, I don't know, did I take a picture of I'm pretty sure I did. Like, oh my God, it was white. It was like sticking. And I'm like, this is not good. Yeah, I don't know if y'all can see. I'm like, this stinks. I'm like, it is like so bad. I was like, oh no. And I haven't driven in snow in over 20 years. No, since 2016. Take that back. So it's 9 years. I haven't driven in snow in 9 years. I don't plan on starting. Ooh, I was glad to get. As soon as they said we were gone, I was gone. We were done, over with. You saw us pull the plug. You saw us, put the plug away. Put the cord away, everything away. Um, I'm done with the challenge. I made the challenge, guys, past the 30 days because I wanted to finish up the beet harvest. But I will be doing a recap because a lot of people are going to ask about, well, how much did you make? Now, understand this was a different season, to say the least. Normally, we are out by the 24th. It's a 3-week deal, the whole 9 yards. This ended up being 7 weeks. And, a whole week was stay pay because the fields were so wet from the rain that the farmers couldn't get the trucks, tractors, or anything, any of the harvesting equipment into the fields because they would have got stuck. It was muddy. This mud that they have in the fields is not like normal dirt and water. I mean, it is with all of their manure and it's like clay. Um, so very slippery. A couple of times, during our trucks got stuck. They tried to turn. I had like 2 or 3 trucks tried to turn and they got stuck and had to get towed out. So it was like stupid. We said back over the end dumps, back over the end dumps. And they decide that they're gonna try. Hey, my truck can handle it. Oh yeah. 2 trucks, at least 2 that I remember, got pulled out because, they got stuck. You should get a mattress. I know. I Here's the thing. I do use my couch. So when I have to do work, I have to convert my bed into the couch where I can use my workstation and work. So, and I do that often. So for me to have a mattress on top of it where my bed is now permanently down is not feasible for me because I just don't have the room in the van for that. So I like having the couch, being able to choose between. Most of the time it is down, but if I end up putting up my workstation when I've got a lot of work I need to do, then I just put up my workstation, put it into my couch, and I go to town, where I can concentrate. I'm comfortable, and that's good for me. So a mattress would not work for me. Betty saying hi. The picture I took today was a snake on the sidewall when I was taking my walk. Yeah, my sister actually found a copperhead in her chicken hen house or her chicken house, in their nesting boxes, and she actually killed it. She actually wrangled it and killed it, and it was huge. I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, it was a copperhead though, and I'm like, wow. It was like 3 feet long. It was a decent size. I'm like, and not some skinny thing. Um, More power to her. Wow. I would have been freaking out. Would have been freaking out. I'm ordering a new point and shoot camera with video. Going to put my order in when we get done here tonight. Point and shoot camera with video. Oh, what kind are you getting? Why don't you crawl up on the mattress in the top? Well, here's the thing. It is a canvas top. So which means, and the temperatures in North Dakota were very, as I said, it was 21 degrees with the wind chill, it was 10. Very cold. So when it's cold like that, I don't put the pop top up. It just, no. Because my heater would actually work 24/7. My propane would go through the roof, and there's no reason for it. I just put the pop top down, keep everything contained, and everything's good, especially when it's cold. Like if I was in the desert, that's a different story. I would have the pop top up. But again, with the wind, courtside wind's no joke. So I have the pop top down. You know, I can't have it in those kind of windy conditions. So, but if there's no wind, it's nice. Yeah, the pop top's going up. Absolutely. Will I sleep up there? Probably not because I do have Zeus. And Zeus is still a puppy, and I can see him just falling to the first, I'm asleep, not watching him or whatever, and he'd think he can go down and get a drink. And, you know, I use mostly the pop top for storage. I'm not going to lie. Not going to lie. I use it for storage. So that works for me. Or if my kids come, that's where they sleep. They sleep up on the top. I'm going to have to rethink the chicken coop thing. Well, they must have had some kind of opening where the snake could get in. So they found it, of course, and so they've patched that up so that won't happen again. A Minolta. Oh, that's good. Good brand. Yeah, cold. Exactly. Because it is canvas. It's not, it's not contained. It's flexible, it's breathable, but it's canvas. So, yeah, I'm not going to freeze. I'll keep that pop top down, no problem. But in most of the time where I park, I don't like winter. So I will put the pop top up absolutely and use that as my storage. But if the courtside winds happen, then that all the stuff has to come down and I put the pop top down because that sand, I mean, that's like a sandblaster. It could cut right through my canvas. So, or my screens or whatever. And I'd have sand and everything else. So, no, it's a sandblaster big time when the courtside winds hit. So, no, I'll put the pop top down for that. But that's okay. I should do a tour. I don't think I've ever done a tour of Fuzzy inside. Still working on it. I know when I get to courtside, I will be working on making a cabinet in the back for that's I can close up. Because right now I just have containers and they keep falling over and everything else like that. And I'm like, ugh, just want something permanent. So I'm going to make a cabinet for the back end of it so I could, have permanent places to put my clothes and all of my things like that. So I finally know where I want storage. There's also the flooring has a lot of storage underneath. So I'm going to make like that. I'm going to also get a couple of sea doors or ones that you put on boats. A hatch. I'm going to get a couple hatches and put them in the back because there are some storage areas back there that were not utilized. So I'm going to put a couple of hatches where I can put like the power cord that's, huge and bulky that there's one area that's completely open underneath. So I'm going to put a hatch in it so I can put the cord in there. And there's two hatches in the front of my battery bank. There's a lot of space in there that I can put like chairs and things like that. Or there's so many places that Pleasureway did not utilize for storage. So I'm going to do some DIY while I'm in courtside in January. And I am going to revamp my van. Yay for me. Yeah, my van is not the most user friendly. I should have rented first. Um, yeah, I mean I love my van, don't get me wrong, but there are just some things that need to be changed. I could add more storage where I don't have to use my pop top as a storage area because there are plenty of spaces down below that I just don't have access to. So I'm going to create access to those spaces and then I'll be able to use them. I know, right? That's the um, wind muff. It's the dead cat for it because it does come off. Uh-oh. Let's see. Did I just screw something up? Nope. Okay. You guys can still hear me? See, it comes off. It just goes right in there. Yay. Guys can hear me though, right? Thumbs up. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, good. I didn't ruin it. But yeah, so that is pretty much. I'm glad to be home. It was too long of a season. Honestly. Thanks, Mike. Woohoo, woohoo, you guys. Oh, yeah, love ya. Yep. So would I do it again? Yeah, of course. I do it again. I mean, I knew this was a fluke season. Weather was just kind of weird. Would I do it again? Yeah. It's good money for it's not hard work. Is it, and a lot of people are like, well, I'm a night person, so I took the night shift and I prefer the night shift. And a lot of people ask me, well, why do you like the night shift versus the day shift? Well, here's the thing. Um, when you work the day shift, a lot of things are closed by the time you get off. Our shift is from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Excuse me. Most places don't open, and especially being in a out in the sticks kind of little hometown of Halleck, Minnesota, or Drayton, North Dakota, um, they don't open till 9. So we're at work already, and they close at 5 or 6, and we don't get off until 8. So the only thing that was open was the Dollar General was staying open till 9, and also Cenex, which is the gas station. Those were your two choices to get any kind of. Now, granted, Dollar General did have a well-stocked, what do you call it, junk food area. But in order to get any kind of meats or anything like that, you had to wait for a stay payday. And honestly, that was fine because even on the good day or the last year, we had two stay paydays per week. So it ended up working out where you could do your bulk week food for meats and things like that, and eggs and milk. Well, you could get milk over at Dollar General, but like eggs and stuff like that at a reasonable price during your stay paydays. I just am not a day person. I am a night person. Uh, for me, it's not, I'm a third shifter most of my adult life. And so I'm awake at night than I am during the day. I'd rather take naps during the day. So I'm one of the weird birds that actually like working the night shift. So when I apply to the next season, which I will do probably this week, um, I will again be a piler operator because once you're a piler operator, you're pretty much a piler operator until you don't want to be anymore. Um, so I will get first shot as a piler operator, which I liked because you know, you're in charge of the team, the ground crew, the piler, the trucks when they come in. If they're too muddy, I can refuse them because I don't want to gum up my machine. Because if you gum up the machine, guess who's cleaning it? Everyone. And so it's a big pain in the rear. So, yeah, you're basically responsible for that whole entire area. So, it's like a team leader in a way. Yes, it's more than a ground crew pay, but it's okay, you know. Um, but even if I was ground crew, I didn't mind ground crew. It was just pushing dirt, and it literally was. If you kept up on it after every truck, it wasn't a big deal. It really wasn't. It's not hard work. Oh, heck. How do I give you money to buy mine if I had to? Okay, wait. I would just give you money to buy mine if I had to. I think I could trust you. Oh, and some people did. Like some day shifters, but we had so many stay paydays that it wasn't necessary. We had 20 stay paydays this year, which is stupid. It was stupid crazy. But in past, previous, like last year, if somebody ran out of something, they asked me, absolutely, I'll go get it for you. And then I would leave it on there. their step or whatever. So when they came off of work, because I would be at work, then they came off of work and it'd be with them. Yeah. Do I have to always apply a year in advance? Yes. I put in an application every year, just like everybody else, for the next season. Um, but of course, this year, okay, so last year, I made 5% bonus on all the monies that I made. Um, and that would be gross, so not net. Um, this year, because I'm a returning employee in consecutively, I will get 10% bonus. And I'll get 10% from now on for each consecutive year. If I were to leave and come back, if I were to not work 1 year and then come back the next year, I would get 5%. It has to be consecutive in order to get your 10%. My food, yeah. Figured it out. I should do that. What happens when it comes time and you can't make it? And no, they don't get mad. Uh, because a lot of people apply for it, and who knows what's going to happen in a year. Nobody nobody foresees anything. They do keep you in contact. Every month they give you a newsletter, and if when you get that newsletter that you can't make it, of course let them know ASAP. They understand that people apply and things happen, life happens, so they're not. That's why they get about 230, 300 people to do the harvest each year. So, and there are a lot of people that can't make it. Then there's people on wait list that they'll call up and, spot. So that's not that big of a deal, but just make sure that you would tell them ASAP. Would you post a link to it? Yeah, I can post a link to Employment Express where I applied in the chat after I post this, or after the live. I will put it in there. And if you use my name, I get a referral bonus. So, which is, if you guys end up doing it, um, I get a referral bonus if you use my name. So yeah, that's great. Better than Amazon. Yes, and I did Amazon during the peak season, and whew, I'm 58. My knees were shot, everything else. And I worked at a station. I didn't even work at the hub. And I had knee issues, back issues, hand issues, wrist, because they're 70-pound packages. And you're in a station. I was doing 1,300 scans for a night. It was insane. I was one of their top scanners or top performers or whatever. And it was, I just couldn't keep up doing that. That's hard. Yeah. 62. Hey, we had Wes, two people on my crew. There's three ground crew and one piler operator. I was the piler operator. So we had two individuals, a married couple. He was 65 and she was 60. I'm 58. And then we had Trung, who he was 22. But he is great. The four, we all worked hard. We all, like I said, it's not that hard of a job. It really isn't. Are the sample bags heavy? Yes. But it can be done. It's not like every truck has a sample bag. And it's, all you do is just tie it up and throw it to the side. It's not that hard to do. And, it's just walking around, keeping the area clean, making sure that the trucks are safe, giving back their dirt, and that's see you later. Pretty much next truck. Um, it's so simple. I would do that. Meaning put you down as a referral. Oh, thanks. I'm the baby. Yeah, you're the baby. You're the baby. You're the baby, Mike. Uh-huh. Get lost, Mike. Hey, I'm happy. I mean, this is my only like W-2 real job for the whole entire year. And, it's a good chunk of change for little amount of time. Um, People do work camping and, camp host and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if I could do that because most of the time they want you there from like April to October 31st. I mean, that's a long time. I'm not interested in staying someplace for 6 months, you know? Not the mama. Not the mama. Yeah, it's crazy. Not the mama. Oh man, Mike, we are gonna have so much fun. Oh, I crazy. You know what? I was cleaning out my van the other day, and I opened up a piece of paper, and I found my man card. So, oh my God, it just put a smile on my face. Started cracking up. So I forgot that was in here. Oh my Lord, that was funny. Stay paydays, I would love crochet, and yeah, that's pretty much, there were three of us that were crocheting. I'm the newbie. Only thing I did was amigurumi woobles. Um, there was another girl, she did some kind of mittens that had dragon scales on it. It was really beautiful, but that's the only thing she did. But there was one that was like, she's done sweaters and purses and amigurumis and tons of crochet stuff. So I was trying to make I'm still trying to make a dog sweater, and I couldn't figure out how to make rows into circles, how you attach. You start with the rows going up and down, up and down, and up and down. And then now I'm going to go into circles to continue on with the sweater. So it's like a ribbing collar. And so she showed me how to figure that out. I'm like, oh, thank God. Yeah, it was kind of an interesting little thing. But hey, I'm learning. So at least I'm trying. It's better than, saying, oh, screw it. And where's Rick to hear about your man card? I know, right? I mean, that was the whole month, a month and a half. I think it was a month and a half. I don't remember. I think it was a month because we had a few weeks in Quartzsite and then we went to a few weeks in Tucson. That was fun. I need to teach you how to read Yeah. I mean, I can read a pattern because the amigurumi actually showed me how to do patterns, which was kind of cool. Like, back loop, front loop, double crochet, half double crochet, whip stitch, slip stitch, that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I do understand the abbreviations and how to read a pattern. It's just sitting down and actually doing it. Rick was there were three of us together, Mike, Rick, and myself, uh, hung out for Q last year for a couple weeks, and then we moved to Ironwood, which was out by Tucson. So we were on BLM land there. So we kind of like hung out for the month. It was just the three of us. Yeah. You know it, because it's the only time of the year that I get it. I love Togo's pastrami sandwiches. I'm not gonna lie. And the only Togo sandwich is in Phoenix. Um, that's close. Unless you go to the, West Coast, when you go to California or something, there's Togos everywhere. But Togo, there's one in in Phoenix. So usually when I go through Phoenix, it they're closed. So last time when we went from Quartzsite to Tucson, um, we had to go through Phoenix. And it was during the day. So I said, I'm stopping. You guys can go ahead. I'll meet you up, but I'm going to stop at Togo's and I'm going to have me a pastrami. And I had one and said, nope, that's not enough. Got to get another one. So I ate another one. Yeah, I think both Mike and Rick were like, holy crap, can she eat? I said, well, when you don't, I used to live in California and used to have them often. One sandwich. There you go. A couple weeks, next, sandwich. I haven't had it since I moved out of Cali. And God, I moved out of Cali in 2002. No, 2003. 2003. Hadn't had it. So last year was the first year I was able to have Togo's again. So yeah, I got 2 sandwiches. Hey, Elsa. How are ya? Togo's new barbecue sandwich are gross. See, now I only just go for the pastrami. Whatever else they have, not interested. I want their pastrami sandwich. That's it. She was, yes, I was. No, without a doubt. I know they're not. They closed down a lot of um their sandwich shops, but the one in Phoenix is still there. So I'm like, oh yeah. Every time I go through Phoenix, I try to go, but every time it seems when I get to Phoenix, it's dark out and they're closed. I'm okay. It's just a stupid sub sandwich. I know it is, but it was my favorite sub sandwich. And I'm like, I haven't had that since 2000. Oh man, I was like, no, I'm getting 2. Screw it. I'm gonna get another one. And I did too, and I ate them both. Sure did. In San Jose, yep. And bring us at least 12 loaves of bread. Yeah, San Jose. I used to live in Foster City and Redwood City and San Leandro, and then moved over to Livermore. So I was in the San Francisco Bay Area. And so, yeah, I would love there was Togos there all the time, everywhere. Everybody saying hi. Turkey, cheese, and mayo, no veggies. Oh, well, how are you? I'm home. I'm happy. I'm done with the beets. I'm done with mud. I'm done with freaking beets that are the size of your freaking head. I'm done with the cold. I'm home. Woohoo! When are you in Quartzsite? Do you drive your van all around? No, I have my home base. That's where I am right now. I will be here until I leave for Quartzsite in January, probably the second week of January. Um, During the holiday season, I will be watching my sister's dog while she goes out to California for her husband's family. Um, I'm leaving on a cruise this coming Sunday, next Sunday, and a week with my kids. So Will and Larissa will be joining me. She earned her cruise. She kept her grades up, and so she earned her cruise. So we are leaving on, they come in on Saturday, and we will be sailing away on Sunday. So yeah, we might have the live, yeah, we could have the live on the ship. That'll be kind of nice. He gobbled it up just as quick. He looks like you wanted to. You look like I know. I'm going. I don't care. Hey, if I'm eating, I'm eating. I'm not one of those little thin things that don't eat anything. No, I'm all set. to measure the floor. The water meter was to measure the floor. Okay. Oh, for Togos. Born in Fremont, lived in Santa Clara and Sunnyvale. Oh, I haven't been back since I moved out. I moved out to Livermore and then I moved to LA. And I was in LA for about 7 years and then I got married, wanted kids, so we moved to Rhode Island. I went from Wisconsin to California to Rhode Island and now I'm in Texas. So I made a big old Z. But north, south, east, and west. Yep, pretty much. Got to be by water. How the grass isn't going to grow under you. Wow, the grass isn't going to. No, no. Love cruising. Yes, going on a cruise with the kids. I planned this back in July. They got their passports. I got them their birth certificates, which then they could get their passports. They got their passports. She attained her grades, so we are going on the cruise. Well, I was going to go anyways, but if she didn't maintain a 70 or above, she wasn't going to be able to go. But she did. She proved, I knew she could. So she's going as well. Yay. So it's a family vacation. It'll be my son, his girlfriend, and my daughter. And also my sister and her husband also booked the same cruise. So it is his birthday that week. So yeah, it's going to be some fun. Fun on the cruise. I'm thinking of going back to Quartzsite. Yeah, I'll be there second week of January. No, I'm in I'm in Texas. My home base is in Texas, north of Houston. Corona, California, now living in my Mormonville, Utah. Oh, so you were born in Corona, California, now living in Mormonville, Utah. Oh man. Cache County area. Mm. Yeah, I'm happy with the home base because it is my sister's property. She bought 13 acres, and so I bought an acre from her, and then I built this house on it or this garage on it. So it's a 30 by 50, but the livable space is 30 by 40. I have a 10-foot patio out in the back, and it's 12 feet high, so my van could get in. Yay. So, yoo-hoo. Let's see. Like, it's like me living in Nazi, California. Oh, man. Well, I just wish was allowed to go to the post office. Yeah, he's in Mormonville and he's not Mormon. Yeah, I am blessed. My sister's also my best friend, and I can't think of my life without her. We've always been together. We've always been friends. We've always been, I always had her back. She always had mine. Um, ever since we were little. So our bond is unique, and she's my best friend. So it's nice having the property where I was gone this whole month, but yet she came and she still maintained everything that was in my house, made sure that everything was good. So it wasn't so, just closed up for 7 weeks. Um, yeah, so living on the property is really nice. And then if she goes, no problem, I just take care of things on her side. So it kind of works out. Oh, she was my second mom. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. It's, you know, I miss the people who have passed, that were, important in my life. My mom, my dad, even my friend Jack. Just there's a lot I miss, but in a way, I live with them. They're still in my heart. As long as you have them in your heart and your mind, they still live on. So I don't, I don't, how do you say? I don't think that they are past. It's just I'll see them again later. Um, as long as I keep them in my heart and my mind, I feel like I'm living with them still. I feel the hugs every now and then and everything else. I mean, yeah, that's just my belief. So excited about what? Oh, your birthday's on 9/11 and sister passed on 9/12. Oh, yeah, it's the same with me. My brother, mine's April 11th and my brother passed April 12th. So I hear you. I know. I have a hard time celebrating my birthday as well. So I get you. But as I said, I've gotten to the point where it's like I feel like I'm living for them than with them, if that makes sense. Yes, it's hard not to have anyone to talk to, but you still can have conversations. You just won't get the response. But you know them enough that you know what they would say. Trust me. I had many conversations with my mom. Just another tool. No, just another tool for thinking games. Yep, B-Day suck. Ah, Grandpa's B-Day. Got mail. Oh, good. Woohoo! What is a skeleton's favorite dessert? Oh, geez. What is a skeleton's favorite dessert? Oh, no, you're going to have to tell me. I know my sister's 54, 4 months to the day, and I'm now 62. Oh, my sister is 18 months older than me. That's how close we are. I love it. It's going to be okay. It will be okay. You can have conversations because you know them enough that you know what their responses are going to be. Just have the conversations. They're still around. They're in your heart. They're in your mind. They're still around. Got mail. You got mail. Chicken feet. I scream. Oh, this is the responses for the. Come on, Mike. You got to tell us what's the skeleton's favorite dessert. Oh, I scream. I get it. I'm so much like them both. Yep. Ice cream. I got it. Ice cream. You scream. We all scream for ice cream. All right. Well, guys, it is the top of the hour. So thank you so much for joining me. I am back home safe and sound, back at home base. The beet harvest is done for 2025. Yada hoo. I will put the link down below. Um, So if you do choose to apply, you can always put me down as a referral. Um, so I'll put the link down for Employment Express, who does the unbeatable, BEET-able experience. That's what they call that, which is the beet harvest for 2026. So the faster you can get in your application, the better that it would be, because um, spots fill up. And then you're put on a waiting list. And then if no one can make it, then they just start going through the waiting list. So, yep. Thank you. I'll put you down. Oh, thank you. LOL. Location to the beet harvest. It's in Drayton, North Dakota. And you are contracted from October 1st to October 31st. Now, normally you're done for like the 22nd through the 24th, usually. But this season was crazy wet, and so we ended up not finishing the harvest till November 7th. So, yeah, kind of stinks. But hey, there are only 6 of us left, or 8 of us left. They only put 2 crews, and they released everyone else. So I was part of the last cruise on the site. And normally they have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They have about 14 or 15 people for 3 pilers on Kennedy, which is where I was. So, okay. So next week will be a live on the ship. So we'll see how it goes, because it is Starlink after all. So Lord only knows. I don't know if we'll have it in the room, or we might be wondering. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. Thank you. Bon voyage. I will be with Larissa and Will and Kayla. So, yeah. Are you going on the cruise? How are you going to do the live? Through Wi-Fi. I have Wi-Fi on the ship. So I will be doing the live. Absolutely. Never get the answer for the last joke. What joke did you do? Oh, what's the difference between a snowman and the snow woman? Okay, what is what is it between a snowman and a snow woman? Where am I going location? Or for the beats or for the cruise? And what is the difference between a snowman and a snow woman? That's a good one, Mike. I'm keeping that one. I'm so keeping that one. Oh my God. Uh, that was funny. She's speechless. Okay, I gotta go, guys. That was funny. I love it. That was pretty funny. I love it. I'm keeping that one, Mike. I am so keeping that one. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm safe and sound in Texas. Thank you for joining me for the beet harvest. If you missed all the daily videos, go ahead and go back to the channel and go to the playlist Beet Harvest Shorts. You'll get all 38 of them. So thank you so much for joining me tonight, guys. I love you guys. I'll see you next week on the cruise. So, as always, stop dreaming it and start living it. Have a great night. Stay safe, everyone. Bye.